Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Travis. That's my dad. His name is Rick, and we just bought this 53, I think it is. By the door handles and the wing window?
Yeah, 53, because it's got the door handle with the wing window.
Yeah, 53 Chevrolet. This is a 2-ton. It's a dually with the big wheels and the big fenders and everything, so I think it's a 2-ton. We've been here before. We've probably picked up, gosh, this is our fourth vehicle we're picking up off of this gentleman, John. We keep coming back here. We can't stay away.
No, can't stay away.
Every time we think we're done, we think, man, we should go back and get that. That was cool. So we're here to pick this thing up.
Look at them guys. Look at them nosy cows.
We got some friends today. I've never seen them out here grazing, hanging out. Somebody owns them. I see a tag on his ear. They're all looking at us.
They don't want no part of you.
No. This is the Wild West. I mean, we're in the West. So this truck hasn't ran in I don't know how many years. I don't think John knows either. But it's been a long time. But somebody at some point in its life did the old switcheroo to the 235. These came with 216s, but when Chevy started producing the 235 in 54 to somewhere in the 60s, this was a very popular swap because it's pretty much a direct bolt-in, and it's just a much better engine, high oil pressure, insert bearings, stuff like that, a little more power. And I can see they moved the radiator forward because with the 235, the snout for the water pump is longer, and it hits, the radiator was mounted here. These are the original holes. So you can either shorten the water pump or move the radiator forward. Most people opt to do this, which is I don't really like.
Well, they weren't nice to it.
No, because that's what they do. They
was in a hurry.
They torch it. But anyway. Oh, the linkage isn't even there to connect the handle to the...
Well, maybe do the passenger side.
Ooh, it's got the deluxe Chevy heater. Those are worth something. They had two kinds of heaters. They had a recirculating heater and they had a fresh air heater, which is what this is. And guys who restore the half tons and whatnot, they love that because it's an accessory. Had to pay extra for that. That's the nicer of the two models, the fresh air heater. That's cool to have. We got a ton of mouse crap in here.
Yeah.
Ton. Can't even see the floor. It's pretty gnarly.
Gnarly.
Seats tore up. It's got its gauges. It's got most of its interior. Glove box door's missing. What do you think this was for, Dad? Like a grain truck or something?
Being a flatbed.
But it has these sides that fold up.
I don't think it would be a hay hauler. I mean, it would be a situation where you'd be able to lift and put the sides up and down.
They made it to where it could close and open. I mean, it could have hauled hay, some kind of farm use, some kind of ranch use. I mean, you know, look at where we're at.
Oh, I'm gonna pick that thing. We need to pick it up and push it over.
Look at that. Timpty Bros, Denver, Colorado. That's cool. Just look at the age of these tires.
Yeah.
Look, they're still holding air. This front one is still holding air.
This one over here is too.
This brand is General, made in USA.
That's pretty cool. When we push the side up, you hook that chain to it.
Holds it up?
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
You want to try and push that up?
Yeah, let's try to push it up and hook the chain. All right, hold on.
Is this a tilt bed?
Yeah, I think it's got a hydraulic bed. It's probably got a PTO and everything.
I don't know if it's hydraulic. Is it hydraulic or is it just connected to the end, like a PTO?
No, it's got them hoses coming off of it.
Oh, look,
yeah.
That's the cylinder.
There's the PTO.
These are the hoses.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a hydraulic dump bed. That's crazy. How cool is that? Wouldn't that be crazy to see if that worked?
Probably does. It Probably fill it up with hydraulic fluid.
That would be crazy to see if that worked.
Oh, look at the drive shaft.
Oh no. The drive shaft is bent, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's bent in a U. Somebody probably bent it pushing, hit the forks on it with some kind of a loader and bent that drive shaft, I bet. Yeah, here's where the bed hinges on the back of the frame. There's where it tilts. There's that drive shaft is kinked. It got hit on this side. There's the whole mechanism for the tilt right there. Yeah, that's a cylinder. They keep watching us.
Yeah. Nosy.
Making sure we don't steal anything. They'll tell John.
Yeah, they'll tell John.
I had a guy comment, and he was angry at me because he said I was making you do all the work.
Oh, I know it.
Dad's not out here against his will, by the way.
No. If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it.
And believe me, Dad's earned the right to not do anything he doesn't want to.
No, if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Let me make sure it ain't in gear.
What?
Let me make sure it ain't in gear. That other one I checked, I don't know. This one might be in gear. I hope it'll pull it. Again. Oh boy.
Whoa.
I'll bet you 500 bucks we're going to pull this drive shaft because the drive shaft has turned around and is against the PTO.
Dad found this crescent wrench laying in the yard somewhere. I'm gonna see if we can use it to get this off.
Here, is that too big?
Is what too big?
That wrench, I'm pretty sure it is.
What if they get close enough and form a circle around me? Ooh, I can hear it creaking.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay. Oh, wait, uh-oh. I'm gonna save that.
Needle bearings. Nothing?
No.
Is that other one moving?
It's the front tire. Here, let's hook this thing right here and see if it'll pull that tire forward. See that thing? I can see it, like it crack.
Look at that.
Did it scoot it?
Yeah. All right. Look at that. All right, hold on.
There it is.
I mean, she may slide now.
Never had so much trouble getting something on a trailer.
We may need that again. Okay, we should be able to go down.
All right.
Lifting that. Hold on, we better put that truck in park. Piece of tin worked, huh? Hold on.
Oh, golly. Sometimes these don't like to come off. Looks like it's taken. Look at that. It's coming up. That'll roll. Roll better than flat.
Yeah, it's coming.
Is it? was all that about? There we go. I adjusted the shoes all the way in. That's what I did. I didn't show it, but I did. I did it. Believe me. All right, it'll roll. Stop.
Where's that Colorado plate at?
Oh. There's the hood emblem. What's left of it.
1972.
72 is the plate.
Well, 72 is the year they used this style plate.
Whew. Got the inside pretty well cleaned out. This one was bad. Filled up pretty much 2 trash cans and my 6 horsepower vacuum. Man, it was level. Have some rust in the floors on the driver's side and the passenger side, and when they added that dump trailer situation, you can see that they just cut a slit here with a torch and put this bar in. It's got a lever here and it's got a pole right here, so one activates one thing or another to make that dump bed work. We'll figure that out later. It's got rust in the usual places. Cab corners are always rotted out. Every time I put one of these trucks up for sale, everybody always asks, how's the cab corners? How's the cab corners? You will never find one that doesn't look like that, unless you get very, very lucky. It's literally a bowl that holds water. They always rust out. There's no getting around it. I had to do them on this truck. This was an Arizona truck. Cab corners were rusted out when I got it. There's no getting around it. They always rot out in the corners right here and the cab corners. Moving up to the engine. This thing looks pretty clean. That's not always an indicator of the condition inside. It could still be locked up. We don't know. But it's all complete except the generator, which I don't know why that's missing. But everything else is there. Even down, we got a fuel filter right here. We got the fuel pump, breather, cap, rotor, coil, starter. Everything's there. Water pump, but no generator. And I think I have a generator laying around somewhere. I need something to put over there, maybe so I could put a belt on it. Water pump's not locked up. But what really blows is they didn't just take the generator, they took the brackets that bolt to the side of the block. So there's no way to even bolt the generator to the thing. Dad's trying to see what size engine this is. We're trying to get these head numbers. See if we can get any. It's locked up. Carburetor's locked up. Is it working out there?
No. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I was hitting the brake.
Oh.
Yeah, clutch is working. Oh. Cool. I'm going to take this valve cover off just because, for good measure. Dad's going to take a look under there, see if we can get that pan off, the flywheel cover. Since there's no belt, we can't turn the fan. Oop, we'll get a pry bar on the flywheel, see if it's locked up, see if the valves are moving. Because if it's locked up, it's getting late today, and if it is, I'm going to pour something down these cylinders. Oh my gosh.
What?
Dude, it looks beautiful under here, like they just rebuilt it. Oh my gosh. What a treat. Look at this.
It's not too bad. It's just it's going to be really, really hard to get to the cover.
The way they put the engine in is...
No, it's...
Let me see what you're talking about.
Oh, man.
The transmission's really close to that cross member.
Yeah, there's a screw that holds this cover on, and there's no... Oh, wait a minute.
Is it through the frame rail or the cross member?
Yeah, maybe. Hey.
Came loose? Cool. Very curious to see how all this PTO dump bed business works.
All right, well, I'm not going to take it all the way out there. Let's just see if that cover... Look at that. How'd they get in there?
They get you a pry bar.
Yeah.
This one always seems to be about the right size. Here.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
got lucky.
Look at that.
I bet you it's a runner.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
too easy. That's too easy.
Maybe they need to be sprayed down. Or...
Keep turning it. Yeah. That one's moving. That one's moving. I heard some compression.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I heard like a hissing. It would have saved a lot of time, I know, to put a battery on it and just hit the foot pedal and crank it. But when you're dealing with stuff that hasn't ran in 40 years, you never want to just put a battery to it and crank it, because you could, one, you could break the starter, you could break the teeth off the starter, and even worse, you could break the teeth off the flywheel if it is locked up. So you always want to do a little test by hand before you go cranking on it with a battery. Take these plug wires off, take the plugs out, see how they look. I'm sure they'll at least need to be cleaned. We'll have to get this coil off, I'm sure. Put a 12-volt coil on there. We'll just go ahead and get that off right now. But they won't turn over very fast. It won't just be... I wonder if this thing started working. Oh! I'll have to unhook that wire. Save those crush washers. Well, all the plugs look the same. They all kind of black. Nothing crazy going on there. They always got these crazy sizes on these coils. 9 30-seconds, 11 30-seconds, 5 16ths. It's never straightforward. Alright, now that's off. Take off the main feed wire here, because you don't want 12 volts going to all the 6-volt stuff. Battery's hooked up. I had to put another cable on it because that old one, not only was the end gone, but the insulation for like this much was ate off, and I don't want it to get against the ground.
This thing's got the key in it.
It does? I didn't even notice.
Does it say Briggs and Stratton on it?
It says Nissan?
What?
It says Nissan. I don't know what that is. Old though. It's all hooked up. Should be able to hit the foot pedal.
Ready?
Yeah.
Must have lost ground or something. That battery ain't no good.
Go ahead. 3 has it. 4 is pretty low.
Is it shutting all the way, I wonder?
Try it again. Okay. Yeah, 5 and 6 have it.
Getting better?
4 has it, yeah. These valves seem...
Has it got oil in it?
Oh, we should check that.
Yeah. This is
Full
nice.
of oil.
Yeah, this is a nice motor. We don't want to mess this one up.
There's some play there. Play there. Bump it. Okay. Play. Bump it. Bump it. Okay. Bump it again. Play. Bump it. Okay. That one definitely seems tight. Just bump it. Bump it. The only one that definitely doesn't seem to have any play is 6. One of them on 6. But 6 still has compression, but I can still loosen it up a little.
Wouldn't hurt nothing.
So we'll loosen that rocker up, but they all have at least a little bit of play. Alright, that's probably good. Got all the spark plugs back in, got my 12 volt internally resisted coil hooked up. Gonna see if we get any spark. Try it again. Yeah. I'm gonna clean them off a little, but they're working.
Pour a little bit down there. I think it's already got some fuel in it.
Now let me get this belt off of here.
That starter.
Was still engaged?
Yeah, I think so. That thing started right up.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's been setting overnight.
It's pretty amazing that it did that quick.
Yeah.
This engine looks nice too.
Yeah, the motor does look nice.
It's almost too nice for this truck.
Oh, I know. I'll, since I don't think it's in gear, I'll physically pull this starter back up.
Wow. That's a good motor.
Yeah, oil pressure came up too, so yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Could put a jerry can and a fuel pump on it. And
Yeah, you're good to go.
got a fuel system rigged up, got a jerry can there, electric fuel pump. This was plugged, the inlet to the carburetor, so I took that off and blew it out, rammed the rod through it, so it's good to go. Coil and everything, and we'll see if it'll run on its own.
Say when.
All right, hold on. Let's coil. I don't think it's getting down into that bowl. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. It's not getting down into the carburetor. I took the top off the carb. It was clean. All the passages were open. Float's working. The accelerator pump wasn't, and now it is working. So, I don't know. Try it again, I guess. See it? Accelerator pump. I mean, this carburetor's nice. Look at that. Oil, 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 oil for every single one of them. This is a good engine. Don't want to run it too long without water, but this is a good engine. Got oil pressure. Look at that. Wow, this is nice oil. Friggin' beautiful. Every rocker got oil. Feel it pulling anything? Oh, that's plugged up. Oh. Alright, well either way, I got what I wanted to see. Nabbed a couple of these hoses out of my junk hose pile from previous stuff. I think this will work for here. I'll whack it off and then take these hose clamps off, get the ends of these hoses off, and then see if I can't find something to go from there to there in some way, shape, or form. Put some water in it. There's no thermostat in it. We looked. So if the block's not full of crap, hopefully the water at least cycles. You guys will get a kick out of this trick. So the outlet for this is a lot bigger than the outlet for this. So this fits over it nice and snug, but this, sometimes you can hose clamp it, you know, if you're a little off. If hose is bigger than the neck, you can kind of jimmy it, you know, and tighten the clamp down, but that's just way too much. So I had this other hose out there that was small enough. I mean, that is how it should fit, snug. So I cut off a piece, shoved it in there, so now it should fit both ways.
Better put your hose clamps on there, but look at there.
Look at that. Now we'll have a nice radiator neck hose. Looky there. We got ourselves a hose situation. Saving those old hoses came in handy. I have them laying out there for just such a time as this. Put some water in it and see what leaks. Nothing yet. Still nothing. Nothing out of the petcock, nothing out of the rad, nothing out of the freeze plugs. He's empty. Dries a bone in there. It's taking a lot. Cool. Fill it up as needed, or until we find a leak. Since we don't have a generator and we're not going to try and make anything charge anyway, it's all 6 volt. Went and got an undersized belt from O'Reilly and just wrapped it around the harmonic balancer and the fan, and just, you know, just so it turns and cycles water. It's dripping a little bit. I got a pan under there. The water pump is dripping a little bit, but hoses are holding, and now we can run it longer without hurting the engine. So go ahead and go in there.
Is the pump on?
I'll turn it on right now.
Right. Say when.
It's hooked up. Oh no, you're I don't have the accelerator hooked up in the trucks. I got it hooked up on the.
Oh.
It should start now.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
That thing ain't even smoking.
A little bit.
Look at that. That is sweet.
Even the vacuum advance is working.
Oh my God. I can't believe that. Somebody rebuilt this motor and they never used it. It's too clean. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there another bolt? No. I mean, the impeller is pretty nasty looking, but it's not cycling water whatsoever, so we're trying to figure out why. I mean, there's a bunch of sediment down in there. I can feel it, but it should still be cycling water. May have found the problem. You see how the water is just standing in there? There's no hose on the bottom. That water should be coming out as fast as I put it in with the hose. It's just standing in the top of the tank. Look at that.
Yeah.
If those cores were not plugged up, that water would just be coming out in droves. So I think we have a radiator plugged problem. Got everything put back together, water pump on, belt on, got it running, filled the block up, filled the radiator up. Before I filled the radiator up, I put some stuff in it. Blue Devil radiator flush, I put Blue Devil 3-in-1, and I put Prestone whatever in there. I put them all in the radiator. Just letting it run, seeing if we can clear that gunk out, seeing if we can get some flow out of this thing, and then dump the water. Or I don't know, leave it in there. I don't know, I don't think you're supposed to leave that flush in there permanently. I think you're supposed to drain it out. But we're gonna let it run for as long as we can. Maybe it's trying to circulate. We'll watch the temperature. The temperature gauge in the truck works. What's the temp gauge in there saying?
Below 180.
Below 180, that's good. Yeah, yesterday it was getting warm pretty quick. Cool thing about these old gauges is that they're analog. They don't require 6-volt power, 12-volt power, anything. Even with the main power feed to the truck unhooked, the temperature gauge and the oil pressure gauge are completely mechanical, so they'll run without power. And actually, those are the most important gauges, temp and oil pressure, which we got plenty of oil pressure and temperature is looking good right now. Went ahead and shut the truck off. Temperature's getting to be around 220, so it's getting warm. But it took a lot longer for it to get warm today than it did yesterday. I'm hoping that that heat helps break that stuff up, and we'll just let that stuff sit in there and work. We still have to fix this drive shaft. We're gonna take it out and see if we can figure out a way to make it straight so that we can at least move it back and forth and all that good business. Ooh, there it is. Got the drive shaft in the press. Now, for the record, this is not how you fix a drive shaft.
No. But for the record, we want to drive it.
Yeah. Yeah. You would get a new drive shaft. I'm just pointing that out right now that you're not supposed to do this. But we just want to drive the truck, you know.
And we don't plan on driving it down the interstate.
Yeah. So we're just going to... I got my level here.
I didn't know if we needed to put a 2x4 on that thing, so we're not making a.
Here, how about?
Oh yeah, switch where you put the 2x4.
Put it here.
Yeah, I like that better. You're getting there, but we're cracking the drive shaft. But
Cracking the drive shaft?
yeah, well, I mean.
Oh.
But I
Oh
mean,
well.
what else are we gonna do? Ah, you're good. You're good.
You're good. All right, well, this is definitely a no-go. So what Dad suggested is cut it here and cut it here and put it on the truck and get a piece of pipe that slides over this and this kind of snug-ish, if we can find a pipe, and then weld it here and weld it here, and that'll do what we need it to do. All right, so we got a piece of steel pipe that fits snug over the original drive shaft. All right, brand new drive shaft. The clutch is stuck to the flywheel of the truck because it's engaged even with the clutch pushed in, and Dad got under there and looked, and it is operating, but the actual disc is probably just froze in the engage mode. So we'll pull it with the tractor not running and then operate the clutch and see if we can get it disengaged.
I got it in gear.
Okay.
So just kind of stand to the side when you try to start it. I mean, I don't think it's going to try to take off, but if it does, you know, I'll unhook the battery.
That's why they quit driving it. Put it in gear. That differential's completely toast. That drive shaft's turning a mile a minute.
It ain't going nowhere.
No.
We ain't going nowhere.
They smoked that rear end. That clutch started working?
Yeah.
We can still try and test the bed. That's interesting. The holes go right into the case. So in theory, you could take the bottom bolt out and drain the differential. That's kind of interesting. There it is. Ring and pinion are good. The spider gears in there aren't moving. They have sheared the splines off of the axle. You can see that axle turning. Snap the axle in half. Oh man. I don't care what it takes. I am going to drive this thing under its own power. Oh. Hey, we got a fire. Okay, okay. All right, get in the tractor and I'll tell you to move it forward. There it is. Oh, woo! Look at that. Drive shaft and differential fix working. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I call field fixed. Woo-wee. You gonna try it forward gear?
Yeah.
All right. That's funny. Now that we know it'll move under its own power, I'm gonna put some silicone around that cover, put it back on. We'll put some grease, no, not grease, oil, put some differential oil back in it. And so at least it'll, you know, save those gears. And then we can see if we can get this dump bed to work. That'd be cool. I have no idea, that's an if. I'm not promising that, but I'm gonna promise that we'll try it because it's all there. It'd be cool if it did work. I don't even know how you put fluid in it or what, but I wanna try it. So let's see if it moves under here. Move it? Yeah, oh no, it's moving it for sure. All right.
What's all that franticness?
Try it again. Hold on. Have to remount the mount. That's what's swapping everywhere.
Oh, it broke.
This thing came undone.
Oh, okay. Oh, just have to weld it back on there.
All right, I got that bracket welded back up there. We'll see if it'll turn now and not bust everything underneath the truck doing it. Hook our battery up. Clutch in. Maybe out of gas. Yep, we ran through our gallon. Hold on, let me put some more in it. Let's try this again. No way! That's crazy! Oh my gosh! That's wild! That is so cool. That's the coolest thing I've had on the channel. You gotta admit, that is bad to the bone. Dang! That's cool. So I had to move this big hog over here. It was sitting over here. I had to move it because I had concrete trucks come in and pour me some concrete. I'll show you that real quick, and then I want to drive the truck a little bit and operate that dump bed again and show you guys some of that. Thought about making a separate video on this, but I didn't because I've tried this before and people just want to see me do cars, so I'll just give you an update right here. So here's the shop, and I had them pour concrete. Look at our little hands. Me, Emily, and little Nova Lee got to make her mark. I had them make a sidewalk. They just poured this on Saturday. It's Monday. They still have to come and get the forms in a couple of days. I am going to build a porch on the front of my house. So this is 15 feet wide by 73 feet long plus the ramp. I had them wet set these plates in the ground because I'm gonna build a, whatever it is, 15 by 73 porch. This is so nice. This is so nice. They did 3-level stairs all the way over to the edge of the house. Now I can sit out here and look at my pole signs, and they did a sidewalk all the way to the back. So wraparound sidewalks on both sides so you can walk around the whole property of the house in a circle. Man, isn't that nice? So, such an upgrade. Bam. So Emily will be able to park, oh, we got a kitty. Emily will be able to park out front. I'll probably park my GMC over here, and then I'll use this extra space to park another video car, project car. This area will be more for living and hanging out. I've lived in this house for 4 years now, and I have never, ever came out to this front yard to do anything. To sit, to hang out, to park, to work, nothing. It's just been totally useless. And I've been wanting to do it for a long time. And I said, well, why not pull the trigger? Concrete's not going to get any cheaper. Labor's not going to get any cheaper. If you do it in a year from now, it's just going to be more expensive than today. So I said, pull the trigger. Let's do it. Let's get it done. And in January, I'll go get the steel. I'm going to make it out of steel, not wood. I'll get the steel and put it up. And one more inadvertent reason I want to put a porch out there is because the way the angle of the sun is the sun is always beating down on that side of the house, even early in the morning, all day long. The way that the sun is in the air, the rays are always diagonal coming in on the front side of the house. So there's never a time of day where that side of the house is in the shade, and it's making my bill go up. Obviously, your most expensive bill is your climate control bill, and in the summer it gets blazingly hot here. That sun on the front of my house does not help at all, I'm sure. So putting that porch up will keep the front of the house in the shade, and maybe building that porch and keeping the whole front side of that house in the shade will lower my electric bill by a little bit. But I'm not building it because of that, because the cost to build this structure is in no way going to outweigh the savings I'm going to get on my electric bill. But it may make it a little easier, like the benefits of having that area that's usable, sit out there, grill out there, have company out there. That's all the main goal. But anyway, let's get back to the Chevrolet. I want to drive it and operate that dump bed again. I think that's so cool. Look at how fast that starts up. That is a really good running 235. It's in good shape. I'm really impressed with that engine. It's not clapped. It's really not. It deserves an oil change, really. We should probably do that. Yeah, we'll put some fresh oil. It deserves at least some fresh oil. All right, we're gonna give her a spin around the yard, put her through her paces. New oil change, fresh oil, doing her justice.
This is a good truck.
It is.
All right. Runs good. Let's check the water. Is it out of water?
No.
I think that radiator's still plugged. I could start it and see if it'll come down any. Temperature's creeping up a little bit. Temperature's trying to creep up again.
All right, shut it off. Also, I want to thank a few subscribers for sending some really cool stuff to the P.O. box. I always want to show my appreciation. I always say that in the videos, thank you for watching, but you know, I appreciate when people take the time to actually send Dad and I stuff. Because this stuff is really cool, it's really thoughtful, and it's like, it's not just like a message on Instagram. It's like somebody took the time to think about us and send this stuff. So first off, this gentleman, Joe Perez out in California, he drew these by hand. He was inspired by my Cummins content, and he drew a 12 valve. Just the level of detail is insane. I mean, you can clearly tell what it is. It's a first-gen Cummins engine with the rotary pump. It's a non-intercooled early version, the valve covers, the injection lines. I mean, wow. He also sent a few copies of some other stuff he drew. It's an old 216. You can tell right off the bat somebody converted it to an alternator. Got your battery there. You know, it's a air cleaner, oil bath. You can tell everything. I mean, just amazing detail on this. Got a V8 there. Got another kind of V8. So cool. Thank you for sending these. Gonna hang them up when I have some time. And then you guys know I love gas and oil stuff. Gas and oil signs, pumps, everything. Dad and I both do. And this gentleman in Texas, his name is Kenneth, sent 2 porcelain signs. Look at that. Transcontinental Gas Pipeline Corporation. These are in really good shape too. When he sent me pictures, I thought they were painted, but these are porcelain. Look at those old phone numbers. Day phone, night phone. Look at those old numbers. So thank you, Kenneth, for these porcelain signs. So cool. And lastly, we got this old shell quart of oil. It's empty. Somebody used it, but it's still cool. I love the graphics. And he also sent one of these dippers, you know, you shove it down in the can and it punctures it, and it's also the spout. I always like to keep the notes people send too. A gentleman named Tom Tigner sent the shell can. So thank you, Tom. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Joe. So I don't always mention that my P.O. box is open. It's in the description of all the videos, but if you want to send any mail, you can send it to the P.O. box that I have in the description of the video. And it's cool when you get sent old signs, but I'm also open to buying signs too, signs and gas pumps and old gas and oil stuff, globes, gas globes and everything. Just love all that stuff.
Alright, I'm going.
Go. We pushed it to the limit. She's overheating. That radiator didn't come clean. Yeah, the radiator is not happy. We think it's really cool that the dump bed on this works and that everything's all there. And I briefly thought about trying to somehow turn it into a rig I could use around here to haul scrap to the scrap yard or trash to the dump. But to go from this to like daily driver quality, yeah, something to where you're not a road hazard, it would take a lot of work from here. Seeing it work in person, you're like, wow, you're right there. But to get it reliable, everything is 6 volt. Headlights are 6 volt. Tail lights, dash lights are 6 volt. You have to switch all those around. All the cloth wiring is ancient, and you would have to get rid of all of this because this is all a hazard. You have to put a new wiring harness in it, switch all the lights around, put a new radiator in it. Have to do something about these tires up here. You would definitely have to put a different rear end in it. You'd have to put something, whatever you would want to put. I mean, I would put maybe like a Dodge rear end or something in it. You'd have to get new drive shafts made up. That's probably $700 to $1,000 for 2 drive shafts, $300 for a rear end, $110 for a radiator, $600 to $1,000 for tires, $500 for a seat. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to redo the wood in the bed. That would take time and effort and money, and you'd have to put like a door on the back. So I don't know. This is totally usable for somebody who wants to fix it up and use it for farm use, like not daily use, but just when they need to haul something type of use. You could put work into it and definitely make it usable. But I mean, heck, I was just looking on Facebook just for fun, and there was like a 96 Chevy 1-ton stake bed dump bed that didn't run, but I'm sure you could make it run for $1,900. You know, you could get it running and driving and get that dump bed working and have modern rear end that go on the highway, transmission you could get parts for, engine you could get parts for, tires, brakes you could get parts for. So just more effort than it's worth is what I'm saying, even though this thing is so cool. This thing is so cool. I love this thing. So industrial. Those cast iron pivots right here to make the bed work. I just love this old stuff. Cool old truck, I'll tell you that. So thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. Thank you for your likes and your subscriptions and your comments and everything. And I hope you guys are having a good Christmas season, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And we will see you guys very, very soon in the next one.